Hello, Ravens fans, and welcome to today's HCAC Tournament preview. I'm Aaron Schneider, the Sports Information Director at Anderson University, and joining us for our HCAC Softball Tournament preview is head coach Tony Holloway. How are you doing today?
Just good.
All right. Well, before we get into previewing the conference tournament, let's talk about this year and what you thought of our performance for today. We had a tough schedule. We still were managed to put out a third place finish in the conference season.
Well, we were very young this year, Aaron, just to be honest with you. We started one junior, and basically when we started the season, the other 8 players had 0 college experience, and not a banner year where we threw out 25, 30 wins, but a year where with all the youth, we're really happy to get into the tournament as well as finishing in our 3rd spot.
All right. Now looking at the conference tournament, we have 5 teams that are going to be competing in a double elimination tournament, and we'll be competing down at Transylvania from Thursday through Saturday. Transylvania got the number 1 seed in the conference. Our first matchup will be against the 2nd seed in Mount St. Joe's. And then I believe it was Hanover in the 4, correct?
Yeah, and then we had Franklin
in the 5. Okay, so if you want to kind of knock those out on any way that you want, if you can go top to bottom or bottom to top or whatever your preference is.
Well, I think Transy right now is probably I seen Mount St. Joe early in the year and we split with them. Just seen Transy last weekend. They got healthy, which was a key thing. They wasn't real healthy with their pitching staff. And basically everybody's healthy now for them. They hit the ball well. I feel like they got to be the team to beat, not taking anything away from Mount St. Joe, who only had 2 losses also. And 1 loss to Transy, 1 loss to us. And so you know what, that could be a very interesting matchup if they meet.
Okay.
With Hanover, we faced them again, about almost a month ago. We split with them. Wasn't really over the hump for us yet, starting to play well. And then Franklin, we just went down and laid an egg down at Franklin when we went down there. Got swept both games. 1 game went to the bottom of the 7th, a 4-3 loss. The other game, we just didn't play well.
Okay. And then what do you see? And then what do you see out of us? Where do you see us making an impact is into the conference tournament? Like we're from our young players, our one veteran, what we got.
Well, I'm not real sure what to try to make of where we're at right now, Aaron. On Saturday, we lost our one of our catchers in Alyssa Marson to an ACL injury. We won't have her down there on Thursday. And then Lexi Rankin, who's been thrown in the number 1 spot all year for us, lost her grandmother, and the funeral is Thursday. So not real sure what to expect. We'll go with Lexi Kern, who's had a fine year, was 4-2 in the conference. It would be very, very, we would really need to play well. And we really need to get that first game win because, our pitching staff's a little beat up past that. Amy's in a little bit of a funk right now. Michaela Durig's got some shoulder problem, arm problem. So with Lexi being gone all day Thursday, we don't really want to have to face that second game. If we play like we can play at times, we ought to make some noise in the tournament. But again, I hope our youth stays away and we go in and show what we can do.
All right, and then what will be the most important thing on our end as far as getting a win in that first game against Mount St. Joe's?
We got to get out early. We got to make the routine plays, score a run or 2 right off the bat, make the routine plays because every time you give a team like Mount St. Joe extra chances, it usually comes back to haunt you, And that's kind of been our sign of our youth this year, that we'll have that one bad inning where we'll get down a couple runs, and it seems like we play catch up all the way. So we got to score first, do the just fundamental things, and just see where it falls out.
Okay, and then finally, beyond our first game, what do we need to do? What do we need to do to be successful in the tournament and potentially take home a conference title?
Well, if you look at it, if we can get by that first game, that gives us a whole day's rest. That gives us a chance to get, Lexi back down there, would have her fresh going into Friday for whoever the winner that we would play from the other games, which would be a couple games down the road. So I can't even tell you, it could be Mount, that could be either one of the 4 or 5 seeds. If we can get into Friday with winning our first game Thursday, I think it kind of favors us a little bit, because we would be with our number one fresh, and I think everybody else would have thrown their number one at least once and maybe twice.
All right. Well, I think I've covered the questions I want to. Ravens fans, thank you for tuning in. Be sure to follow along with any other conference previews or any other content where we put out on YouTube. Of course, follow your Ravens as they compete in the HCAC tournament this weekend. Coach Holloway, thank you for joining us, and good luck this weekend.
Thank you, Aaron.